What's shaking, my friends? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shay, and today we are going to talk about my ambitious November TBR. So every month I participate in a couple of things from my online book club run by Jacqueline over at the channel Jacqueline. I will link her down below. And we have an ongoing challenge in the book club about reading to 0, and what this means is we are trying to finish our physical TBR or our Kindle TBR by January 2023. So we have a few prompts every month that will encourage us to do so. This month's prompts are yellow on the cover, and we are going to have our book club pick one of our TBR books. I have not had the member pick one of my TBR books, so I don't know what that will be yet, but I have done yellow on the cover. And also in the book club, I chose to participate in bingo or tic-tac-toe for this month, which we are given a list of 50 prompts, and then we can fill in our boards as we see fit. So I chose to do bingo. Am I going to read all 25 books? Absolutely, positively not. I can guarantee you that. But I hope to get at least 3 of the bingo done, which is 15 books, and I have some additional books to add on top of that. So, like I said, very ambitious TBR, and I don't know too much about the books that I am adding on here, but I do know that most of them are from my physical shelves. So, let's start with our first prompt, which is book over 400 plus pages, and I'm also going to read yellow on the cover. For this prompt, I'm going to double up, and this is going to be Frankly in Love by David Yoon. Of course, I've had this book for, I don't know, years, and of course would never have picked it up had this not have come up with yellow on the cover. But I'm hoping to really love it. Of course, it's YA. We all know how I feel about YA contemporaries these days. All I know is it's a love story, and it is a fake dating trope, I believe. So looking forward to diving into this one. The second prompt is going to be a book released in 2021, which I have picked up recently, Defy the Night by Bridget Kimmerer. I have read her contemporary works. I have also read Curse So Dark and Lonely series, which I absolutely loved, and so I am looking forward to picking this up. And what I know about this is it follows a kingdom that is basically in ruins. Their king has been assassinated, and I guess his son takes over as king, and the kingdom is plagued by a sickness that can only be cured with a very rare plant. And they think the new king is very cruel because he is not helping save the people, and there's a girl who is trying to risk her life to try to save her people, and then she's going to sneak into the castle and she's going to do something. I'm not really sure, but looking forward to reading this one this month. Can't wait. The third one that I'm going to read is The Maidens by Micheladies. I read The Silent Patient. I thought it was okay. This one I got from Book of the Month, and looking forward to reading it. It has gotten some mixed reviews. All I know about this one is it follows a Cambridge University and a secret society, and the leader of the secret society, who is also a professor at Cambridge University, is thought to have killed one of the members. That's all I know about this. I don't like to know a lot about my thrillers going in, and I cannot wait to get a hold of this one as well. The next one is a book in a series. So for this one, I am going to continue my read of, and the one I'm going to read this month is called The Empress. So this takes place in space. It's a sci-fi, and there are these AIs called diabolics that are essentially built to bond with one person and protect that person with their lives. They are strong, everything like that. And then the new rulers outlaw diabolics, and the family that Nemesis, who is a diabolic, belongs to, does not kill her like they're supposed to. And then there's some political spats between the dad of the Senator Galactic, or whatever he is, and the main ruler. And so what he's going to do is he's going to take his daughter back to his wherever he lives. And so because Nemesis is bound to protect, I can't remember her name, protect that daughter, they switch places, and then she goes and acts in their place. There's a lot of politics, a lot of, there is a love in this. So I really enjoyed the first one, and I do want to get back into the second one, so I'm going to continue on with the Empress this month. The next prompt is a book with magic in it, and I am going to finally read Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Austin. I have heard about this everywhere. Everybody is raving about this book, and while I haven't had the best luck with middle grades, I am looking forward to this one. This follows our main character, Amari, and apparently her brother has died, but she is not willing to accept that. He has gone missing. She finds a briefcase in his closet and realizes that his life was not what it seemed. He was part of the Supernatural Investigations Unit or some odd Bureau of Supernatural Affairs. So she goes into the Bureau of Supernatural Affairs trying to figure out what happened to her brother. Can't wait. Looking forward to this. The next prompt is going to be leaves on the cover, and I am going to continue in with the Wayward Children series by Seanan McGuire by reading In an Absent Dream. This is a book about some kids who find doorways to alternate planets, universes, what have you, and these other worldly places are sometimes whimsical, sometimes weird, sometimes funky. In any ways, they learn to adapt and live in those universes, and then when they have to come back for whatever reason, they get kicked out, whatever, they have a hard time adapting back to regular life, and they are sent to the home for wayward children. So where they meet other children like them that are always looking for their doors to get back to where they want to be. So I'm going to read that. The next prompt is one word title, and I am going to finally read Steelheart by Brandon Sanderson. I own this whole series and have owned it for quite some time. I am a Brandon Sanderson fan. I just have not gotten around to this, and I know this book gets some mixed reviews. All I know is these people gain superpowers, and they are not good people, and the regular people are trying to fight back against the bad superpowered people. So another book, exciting book to read this month. The next book I'm going to read is a book about witches, in which I just picked up The Nature of Witches by Rachel Griffin. Of course, I still have my lovely Target sticker on there. I don't know much about this book. I brought it because I love this cover. I've heard very mixed reviews about this, but because the cover was so beautiful, it drew me in, and I cannot wait to read it. Apparently, it says, for centuries, witches have maintained the climate, their power peaking in the season of their birth, but their control is faltering as the atmosphere becomes more erratic. All hope lies with Clara, whose rare magic is tied to every season. So, sounds intriguing to me. We'll be picking that up, hopefully, next. Next is a book whose author starts with an N, because N for November, and I decided to pick up Girls of Paper and Fire. Of course, I'm again trash because my book is damaged. But this is by Natasha Yoon, and I don't know much about this book either. But I, again, was drawn in by this very, very beautiful cover and could not wait to get into this book because of it. It says, each year, 8 beautiful girls are chosen as paper girls to serve the king. It's the highest honor they could hope for, and the most demeaning. This year, there's a 9th, and instead of paper, she's made of fire. So, sounds like there's going to be some rebellion taking place, which is I'm always down for. So, I'll be reading this for author starting with an N. The next book is going to be a book starting with an N. And I have decided to go ahead and read Never Let You Go by Chevy Stevens. I've had this book on my shelf for multiple years and have never gotten around to it. Again, this is a thriller. I usually go in blind, but this says, 11 years ago, Lindsay Nash escaped into the night with her young daughter and left an abusive relationship. Her ex-husband, Andrew, was sent to jail, and Lindsay started over with a new life. Now Lindsay is older and wiser with her own business and a teenage daughter who needs her more than ever. When Andrew is finally released from prison, Lindsay believes she has cut all ties and left the past behind her. But she gets the sense that someone is watching her, tracking her every move. Her new boyfriend is threatened, her home is invaded, and her daughter is shadowed. Lindsay is convinced it's her ex-husband, even though he claims he's a different person. But was he really changed? Is the one who wants her dead closer to home than she thought? So, sounds intriguing. That's all I want to know. Don't want to know more. We'll be reading this, hopefully, in November. The next prompt I plan to read for is graphic novel, and I do want to start Saga. So, I'll be reading the first volume of Saga, hopefully. The next one I am going to read is going to be a book that I meant to read in the month of October. So, that is going to be The Survivors by Jane Harper. I wanted to read this in the month of October and just did not end up getting to it. So, again, this is a mystery thriller. I don't want to know too much about it, so I haven't researched it. But it appears, the thing says, even the deepest secrets rise to the surface. So, that's all I want to know. Don't want to know anything more. I've also heard mixed reviews about this one, but still looking forward to reading it. The last prompt I have is a book that is 150 to 350 pages. And this is a book that I have had, that I've owned for, I want to say 4+ years. I'm not sure. But that's going to be The Number One Ladies' Detective Agency by Alexander McCall Smith. So I don't know much about this one either. But it says, it tells the story of the delightfully cunning and enormously engaging Precious Ramotsaway, who is drawn to her profession to help people with the problems in their lives. Immediately upon setting up shop in a small storefront in Gaborone, she is hired to track down a missing husband, uncover a con man, and follow a wayward daughter. But the case that tugs at her heart and lands her in danger is that of a missing 11-year-old boy who may have been snatched by witch doctors. So, sounds interesting to me. I do know that this is a series, which I don't know that I will continue on with this series because I'm not one for serial mystery thrillers, but I figure I will give this first one a shot, and it is pretty short. So that is what I'm hoping to read for my bingo board. I have a couple more things I want to do. I am a part of Beautifully Bookish Bethany's Patreon, and I will link her channel down below. But we are going to read The Witness by Nora Roberts this month. Again, another kind of mystery thriller book, and I do not want to know much about it. It will be my first Nora Roberts book, but I would like to take part in that. And then I am trying to read at least one arc a month off my NetGalley because I am way behind and need to catch up. So I do want to pick an arc, and I think what I'm going to read for the month of November is The Hand of the Sun King by J.T. Greathouse. I don't know much about it, but looking forward to it. I've heard some great reviews about it. I've heard some terrible reviews about it. So we're going to see how I feel about that one. So, all in all, that is a very ambitious 17 books on my TBR. I am going on vacation for one weekend this month, but I'm also off of work for 3 extra days this month. So, will it happen? I don't know, but there are so many books and so little time to read them, but I'm going to try my best. So, that's it, and thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you next time.